How's it going everyone? Chris here with the next episode of Call of Duty Arsenal, my little series of videos where I take a look at the popular and most favourite weapons from all the Call of Duties, from Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, in preparation for Modern Warfare 3, which is coming out later this year, because obviously a lot of these weapons will be reappearing in the new game. So this time around we're going to take a look at one of the most popular assault rifles, and it was definitely my favourite, and it was the one I used the most often, which is the FN SCAR H. So the SCAR assault rifle, also known as the Special Operations Forces Combat Assault Rifle, so I guess they could have called it a soft car, is an assault rifle that's used by the United States Special Operations Command, also known as SOCOM. In game it's the SCAR H version. The SCAR comes in two variants, the SCAR L and the SCAR H, the L being the light version and the H being the heavy version. The L version fires the usual 5.56x45 NATO round, whereas the heavy version fires the 7.62x51 NATO round, which is a little bit more powerful. We do have the SCAR H in Homefront, which is listed under the light machine gun category, so it's a bit unusual that the Modern Warfare 2 game includes the SCAR H in the assault rifle category and not the SCAR L. So let's take a look at the stats and figures for the SCAR H in Modern Warfare 2. First up, the damage figures. Damage ratings of the SCAR are 40-30, it's one of the higher power assault rifles. 40 up close, dropping off to 30 at long range, which makes it a 3 to 4 shot kill, or a 2 to 3 shot kill if you manage to get a headshot. One of the great features of the SCAR is its low recoil. It's got a very tight spread of bullets, but unfortunately the rate of fire is very slow. It's the slowest fire rate weapon out of all the assault rifles, with the exception of the semi-automatic or burst fire weapons. 630 rounds per minute, that's considerably slow when you consider all the weapons across the board from Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops. It's the slowest out of the lot. It's also got pretty slow reload times at 2.8 seconds or 3 seconds to empty. That's also the slowest in the category, pretty much on par with the AK-47 and FAMAS, although there's only the F2000 which has got a slightly slower reload time of 3 seconds. And another pretty rubbish feature of the SCAR H is its considerably low magazine size in comparison to all the other weapons. 20 rounds instead of the usual 30 round magazine size. So despite having these pretty rubbish stats, the SCAR H is definitely one of those popular weapons. One of the best features of the SCAR is definitely its iron sights. They're super clean, it's definitely the easiest to see to, and my favourite out of all the assault rifles in the game. This obviously allows you to forget about optics like red dot sights or holographic sights in favour of some other attachment. It's unfortunate that it does have that very slow fire rate of 630 rounds per minute, but I guess it does help to keep that recoil very low, in that the shots will be able to centre back on target before the next round is fired. This makes it a great weapon for long and short range encounters, which you've got that low recoil which can help you take out enemies at long range by just holding down the trigger. The other rubbish feature is the low magazine size of just 20 rounds, which means you're going to be reloading quite often, and the overall ammo loadout is going to be very low. But if you do enjoy using the SCAR H, you can use it for quite a while and get the extended mags attachment unlocked, which we'll talk about in just a while. So I always enjoy playing with the SCAR H, whether it's in Modern Warfare 2 or in Homefront. We've got it in Homefront, both the SCAR L and the SCAR H versions. The SCAR L version in Homefront is a 3 round burst, whereas the SCAR H is the light machine gun version with a large drum magazine. And I think it's also one of the confirmed weapons to be reappearing in Modern Warfare 3, so we can all look forward to using it once again. So let's move on and take a look at recommended perks for setting up a class using the SCAR H assault rifle in Modern Warfare 2. First up, like we mentioned about that low ammo loadout, because of that low magazine size, we'll need to equip scavengers so we don't run dry. Second up, we've already mentioned about the high damage of the SCAR, but we can increase the damage even further with stopping power, which will make the shots to kill drop by 1, making it a 2 shot kill up close and a 3 shot kill at distance. So combine that with the low recoil, it really makes a good long range weapon in that you can just quickly take people out with no need for burst firing. And third up, like we've mentioned on a good few of these Modern Warfare 2 class videos, the third perk we can choose is Ninja. It's probably the best third perk out of the third tier slot, because as we know in Modern Warfare 2 the overall sound is very loud, especially the footsteps, so it makes it easy to hear people coming. So making your footsteps silent in Modern Warfare 2 gives you a great advantage in that your enemies won't hear you sneaking up behind them or flanking around the side, especially in those snow environments or whenever you're walking across any metal surfaces. So attachments wise, like we mentioned earlier, the best attachment for the Scar H is extended mags. This will increase the low 20 round magazine size back up to a usual 30 rounds. It just allows you to get those double or triple sprays and just avoids you having to reload quite as often. Otherwise, we mentioned that the Scar H has those really clean iron sights, so there's no need to really equip a red dot sight or a holographic sight. So another two other options that you might consider before you get to the extended mags might be the heartbeat sensor, just so you can hunt people out who on your radar if there's no spy plane up, or the FNJ rounds just to give you that even higher bullet penetration through cover. Unlike some other weapons, the silencer's not too good on this Scar H. Silencers do usually decrease the weapon's damage over distance, but it decreases the damage quite drastically over distance with the Scar H, meaning you're looking at 4 shots to kill at quite close ranges, which isn't too good when you consider the slow rate of fire. So like I mentioned in all the other episodes so far, in these little guides I'm also giving a piece of recommended equipment that you might want to consider with the weapon we're looking at. In the case of the Scar H, we've equipped the scavenger perk in the first tier perk slot, so a good equipment choice would be the Claymore, like we mentioned with the M4A1. In Modern Warfare 2 we can obviously resupply Claymores, unlike in Black Ops, so it makes sense just to equip the Claymore. You can place up to 2 of these things down at any one time and continuously resupply them. A common tactic in free-for-all is just shut yourself away in a building. You can block off 2 entrances and camp it out for the whole match. Otherwise, they're also a handy piece of equipment to use for a kind of a early warning system, so you drop them down on popular flank paths or choke points and you'll be able to hear when the Claymore's tripped and know when the baddies are trying to sneak up behind you. So that's the Scar H in Modern Warfare 2, definitely one of the best looking weapons in the game. It'll be interesting to see if it does return in Modern Warfare 3 and whether it will have the similar stats. Maybe next time they'll include the Scar L version, which will be more on par with the typical assault rifles with a much faster fire rate and that higher magazine size. Or whether they'll keep it as a Scar H and maybe even include it in the light machine gun category, maybe equipped with a drum mag and having much higher damage output. So that's about it for my little review. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please consider dropping me a thumbs up or a like on this video. It'll help share the video with others and just get my series a little bit more widespread exposure with extra views. Subscribe if you want to stick around for the next episode. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you all later.